lot of stock news today. Ironically enough, they all kind of fit the cross currents of recent ideas from our next guest, Rob Luna, Wealth Academy founder. Rob, you know, it's amazing. I'm looking at all these headlines and I'm thinking about you. Let's go through some of them, right? So China blocking Intel and AMD chips from the government hardware. We know there's a chip war going on. According to one firm, it's going to be about $1.5 billion hit to Intel. Does this change the value proposition of semis in general, or these two companies specifically?
No, I don't think so. It's specific companies, and Intel's a name I haven't talked about in about 20 years, Charles. I think Taiwan Semiconductor, Samsung, those are the winners from this. I don't think you need to think about it much more than that.
What about AMD, though? AMD sort of was nipping at the heels, or at least feels like they may be the one nipping at the heels of NVIDIA. Does that change anything for them?
No, I think, look, actually, if you're looking at NVIDIA, if it does pull back on this, which it's really not today, I think that could actually present an opportunity, way better position than Intel. AMD would be the one I'd buy if it gets hurt from this. All right,
and by the way, we will point out, Taiwan Semi is a name you've mentioned before. It's been on fire, and you say, bottom line, stick with Taiwan Semi.
Yeah, stick with that one. That's the winner.
All right, now you do a lot of work in the real estate area, right? And there's still confusion about this NAR settlement. Believe me, I get heat every time I mention this. But President Biden talked about it, and he's browbeating agents to lower their commissions. Take a listen to this.
Yeah.
Last week, the National Association of Realtors agreed for the first time that Americans can negotiate lower commissions when they buy or sell their home. I'm calling on realtors to follow through on lowering their commissions to protect home buyers.
It is 100% obvious that he has no clue what's going on here, but he took the opportunity to browbeat someone else into lowering their commissions. I mean, you're in the real estate business too, among other things. The more I talk to the buyer's agent, right, because I think they're the focal point of this. Seller's agents, not so much in my mind. To me, the buyer's agents are the ones who are kind of getting the shaft, public image-wise and everywhere else. We did see Redfin on Friday say, hey, they're going to redo their structure, the commission structure. But where do you see this taking the industry?
Look, I think this is a much bigger deal than most people realize, Charles. You know, like real estate's 20% of GDP, so this is a big issue. And if you look at the industry of wealth management, asset management, remember, Charles, in the 90s, it was like $250 to buy 100 shares of Microsoft. Look, this is an industry that's been ripe for disruption. It hasn't happened. I am one of the biggest free market capitalists out there. But just because it's the private sector, just because it's an SRO like the National Association of Realtors, doesn't mean they've been playing fair. The truth is they haven't. This is an opportunity for pricing to change, value to change. Look, realtors who provide value, do a good job, are going to do great. But the ones who just showed up to an open house and earned a 6% commission, those days are over. I think it's going to change significantly.
DraftKings is a name you gave us, I think, last month. Shohei Ohtani is embroiled in this massive gambling scandal. We'll see how it shakes out. A lot of people were worried about gambling and the role it might play, particularly in baseball, because of the history of baseball. Do you think this would? I mean, are you okay still holding DraftKings and those kind of names?
Yeah, I don't think this is a Pete Rose moment. I think, look, Shohei Ohtani has 700 million reasons not to be too involved with this. I think there was also some allegations of theft there. I think this does nothing to the stock. This is becoming a bigger part of society. If you're looking at a long-term play, I think DraftKings does well, and you can see it today. It's actually trading up.
Yeah, it is. And I was going to give you props. Toyota Motors CEO, this was in 2022. He pushed back against EVs. They pushed back against him. He held his ground, and this is stock that's taken off, and you still like it. Rob, we're out of time. Thanks a lot, man. We covered a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Charles.